Hi guys, good evening. I am here at my shop and I just have done one of my hands and my nails and I love it. So what I know is going to happen is that you guys are going to say, what's on your nails? How did you do that? So I decided that real quick, since I'm about to do my other hand, I will show you. Now, please bear with me because that means I'm actually going to be videoing my opposite hand. So I'm going to be doing the brave thing and doing the video of me doing my right hand, and I am right-handed, so it could be a hot mess. But what I'm going to be using is Sassy. So yeah, did you guys like them? You see a good look? So pretty. I love them. All right, so Sassy and Risky Pink, Aurora Pink, and this foil, which I did start carrying foil. If you have come to my class in the last month or two, I have them here at the shop. I am working on getting them online, but I have 80 colors. So it's a bit of a process to get them online, but I will do it. So I've already done a quick fill. Ignore this. I had a split cuticle, so it's a little bit sad right there. But I've done a quick fill. I didn't finish file it. It's not super perfect. If you look at the line of light, there are a couple little bumps. But again, this is doing a fill with natural and no finish filing with my opposite hand. So they look pretty good for that. My nails were a bit of a hot mess. What I have on them now is some stuff that I was trying out at Nail Olympia on doing kind of a polka dot technique where it was clear under, clear through the nail with a marble and some glitter, and I did it to just kind of practice and play with the technique, but I didn't really like how they turned out, so that's why I had covered them up with some pink. So, hey Teresa! Alright, so what I'm going to do first is a coat of Sassy. I'm trying to make sure I get this in frame for you. And it's not going to be on the my whole nail because I'm going to fade this in to the cuticle. So Sassy is part of our Spring Luxio Flirt collection, which are all really awesome colors. There are some years where there's a color in a collection where I'm like, I don't think I'm going to use that one very much. But I'm not going to lie, I use every single one of those colors. Even Wink, which is the green, I've used quite a lot. Cheeky is really fun, kind of orangey color. I have a couple clients who've worn that multiple times. So I think I have only 4 of the spring collection left in the minis. So if you wanted to try the whole collection, the minis are really the way to go. It's a cheaper way to do it. And because a bottle lasts for so long, you really get quite a bit of product in the mini. So Sassy is an amazing color. I agree, Sheree. Yeah, it's fun. The reason I am not going to use only Sassy is twofold, and I'll explain that when I get to Risky Pink. There's a little bit of lint in there. So this is what I look like when I am polishing my own nails with my opposite hand. Doing a fade is kind of helpful because I don't have to worry about getting it really close to the cuticle and getting it all perfect around the cuticle, because then I have to be like so careful. But because I'm doing a fade, I can cheat a little bit with just not. So gonna apply to all 5, and I'm doing it kind of a thicker coat just because I don't want it sheer. And I don't want to do 2 coats. So I'm just doing one good kind of gloss coat onto the nail. This piece of fuzz. It's not really a big deal. It's getting covered up anyway. It's just me being picky. So, yeah, just doing like a little bit of a, man, drive me a little bit crazy. I hate fuzz. There's a couple of them. Alright, I'm gonna stop messing with it. Okay, so that is my first coat. Yeah, Chrome Rose Gold. I haven't messed with the Chrome Rose Gold. I think Lauren has some from Wildflowers. I probably should get some and play with it, but I I don't mess so much with the chromes, but I probably should. All right, so what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna move my Sassy so I don't bump my nails like I just did. And I'm gonna take my, my 106 brush and I'm just gonna lightly touch and pull up. And all I'm doing is just making it so that there's no solid line. This is all, as you can see, basically being covered. So I don't have to be really particular about it. But I don't want a solid line because even when I am covering it with glitter, if there is a solid line, I somehow will still see it and it will drive me a little bit crazy. So I don't do that. So I'm just touching and pulling up. Again, this is with my left hand, so it's not going to be as fast or as perfect, but it's pretty easy. Now, look at that little bit of cuticle there, that needs to go. So I'm just touching and kind of pulling up just a little bit. I got my brush. It's so awkward doing this with my left hand. So after doing my own nails for 16 years, it still takes me forever to do my own nails. So clients always ask, oh, you do your own? Is it hard? I don't necessarily think that it's hard to do your own. It's just really time consuming because I can normally whip this kind of a fade out in 2 seconds and it just takes longer when you're trying to do it with your opposite hand, especially. It's a little bit tricky. All right, so no sharp lines. So pretty well faded on all those. Good enough. There's a little spot right there. All right, so I'm gonna give this about a 30-second cure. We are the worst critics of our own nails. Yes, Teresa, and it is a pain in the butt. That's true. Let's have a little chat for a minute while I am curing. All right, so that first coat was Sassy. Love, love, love Sassy. So the second coat I'm doing is with Risky Pink, and this is with our UV LED options line. Someone today was commenting about, oh, they were surprised that everything soaks off. Both of our options line and our Luxio line are both soak off. They are 100% gel, so they are going to take longer to soak off than something like shellac or gelish that are solvent gels. Those ones will soak off faster, so that is definitely the one benefit to those if you tend to soak off product a lot. Those do soak off faster, but they also won't last as long because of the solvents. So if you are wanting to have products be able to wear their nails longer, a solvent-free gel is going to last longer just because of the chemical properties. So one of the reasons, there's a couple reasons I'm going to be using Risky Pink. One is I want this little bit of iridescent that is in Risky Pink onto my Sassy. The other reason is because this these options colors are cure really sticky, which means that my foil sticks so good to the options colors. So I am just doing a thin layer on this, and I'm just pulling it down. So I'm letting my bristles, see how I'm letting my bristles really flare out? I want it to be relatively thin because I like Sassy a little bit better as far as the brightness of it, and I want the brightness to show through, but I want the iridescent of the Risky Pink. So, and I want the stickiness of the Risky Pink. So I'm pulling this on here and I'm really letting my bristles flare so that I can just get a nice thin application. And if I'm careful how I do this, because it is a pearl, I won't have to really do a lot of fading. It blends so nicely to clear all by its little self. So I'm just pulling this on. Jess Nails. Oh, Terry, you poor thing. I've been reading about your husband. I'm sorry he's in the ICU. Big hugs from far away. That's such a bummer. But I'm glad you're getting a distraction. All right, so just pulling this Risky Pink onto the whole nail. For the most part, I'm leaving I'm trying to leave the nail bed. I just got a little bit too much up here. I want to leave this a little bit clear. Because I'm going to put my glitter up there, and then I want to just, if I if I wear these how I typically wear them, it means I'm probably not going to touch them for a good month, 5 weeks. So I like to do it faded to clear just so that it doesn't look as bad as it grows out. My clients don't care too much, but you know, I try to hide how long they've been growing by just making my nail bed clear a lot of the time. So I'm just pulling it, and right here where the glitter is, it's actually clear under there. So as it grows out, it just might not be quite as obvious as if it's a nice solid pink. But the goal is to have everyone looking at the foil and the glitter and not really care about the grow out anyway. Is that right? That's the goal. Alright, so there we go. So those are faded with that Risky Pink. Got a little bit on my brush right there, just to clear. And again, I'm pulling really hard on this. I don't want it to be really dark. I don't want it to be really thick, because I just want the tacky layer of that the Options UV LED offers. So it's a really nice, hi Tess. It's a really nice way if you're going to be doing an all over foil nail and you have some Options colors, use your Options colors, because you're going to save yourself a lot of headache with how your foil sticks to an Options color as opposed to something like Luxio. Luxio cures a little bit slippery, and Options colors cure very, very sticky. And so you can get a really good, almost full coverage application by using the Options colors. So we're curing this for about 30 seconds. Both of these are a 30-second cure in an LED light. So we're curing those for about 30 seconds, and then we will do the foil. So for those of my friends watching April the Giraffe, has anyone watched today? I have it on in the salon. She has been pacing for about 6 hours. So if you're watching April the Giraffe, it might get interesting tonight. I don't know. She's been pacing a lot though. So just a little heads up. I know some of my nail tech friends have been watching it, but my clients have been enjoying coming in and watching it for the last, month and a half. But love my ring. Thank you. I love it too. We designed it. So it's got a little bit of a diamond over there. My husband picked out the middle ring for the engagement ring, and then we designed the 2 side ones, and then I have it soldered together. But you want to see a funny trick? So this ring tends to be really slippery at night. Does anyone have that problem where your rings they adjust a lot? So when it was the slipperiest, I added gel inside my ring to size it down, because with this design, it's actually really hard to get this shrunk and like sized. And so I used a nice bit of gel right there. Did you see that? So my ring is actually fits better and it doesn't slide around near as much. And then if I ever need, if I get pregnant and gain weight or whatever, and I just need that to come out, I can just pop it out. But it's been on there for, I don't know, a couple months. And I've sized one of my clients' rings before. She gave me a nice $10 tip, so that was cool. But it's, yeah, a really good way to size your ring. I think I used Builder, so it was a nice thick gel, and then cured it. And my ring is a little bit lopsided. I smashed my hand, and it saved my finger from being harmed. But anyway, so enough about the ring. All right, so foil. So I'm using this multicolor foil, and I don't really want this green. I really want these colors here, and I want the pink near the cuticle. So I'm just going to dab. Oh, so tricky with my opposite hand. It's really sticky gel, so you guys can see how easy it sticks to it. You don't have to fight it very much at all. When you have the Options on there, it's just really, really, really good and sticky. So pretty. I did this on a client again the other day. I think I did one, Becky, and we did it on turquoise, and I loved it. I'm like, oh, I just love this multicolor foil. It's gorgeous. And like I said, I have it in my store. I have it for $1 for this really good size piece, really very long piece. I just don't have it on my website yet, so I'll take a picture of my nails and I will get it up in the nail art section of my website. So if any of you order this week before the show and stuff, because I'll have everything at the Oregon show. I'm probably going to have to get a U-Haul to take everything, but my goal is to get every single bit of product that I have to the Oregon show, so it's just like shopping online, but everything is there. Alright, so I'm being just a little bit careful of where I put what I want, because I want to get enough turquoise in there, and my nails aren't quite as long as the graduation from turquoise to the purple, so I'm touching it. Now what you could always do is, if you decide that you want more color, like say you want a little bit of silver on this now or something, you can always add your glue afterwards. Touch your glue with it a little bit, and there you go. Yeah, it's awesome foil. So again, I'm just touching it and just lifting. Touch and lift, that's all you should have to do. If your foil isn't sticking very well, just save yourself the hassle if you really want good coverage, and use some foil glue. I also have that. It's like $2.99 for a bottle that looks like this. I don't need it when I'm doing options though. It sticks super, super well to pretty much any options color. So if you wanted a reason to have, if you needed a reason to have some options around, that's a good reason. So, all right, so once the foil's on there, you don't need a cure or anything. It's totally fine. So now all I'm going to do is add some glitter. So I'm taking my Aurora Pink and I'm pushing it pretty close to the cuticle. I want this to kind of be the color that's growing out in a way. But it is a clear base, so it takes me so much longer with this hand, my opposite hand. But this is a design that if you were doing it in the salon with your regular hand, you definitely could get this design done in less than 15 minutes. So you can do it on a regular client in a good amount of time to do it for an art appointment or something like that. Oh my goodness. This is when I need one of you nail techs here to just put it on so that it doesn't take me 3 times longer to get it close to the cuticle without getting it in. Alright, and that's it. And all I'm going to do is just pull it down about halfway over the nail. I don't want to cover the whole nail. I just want to get a little bit on there. How much are the foils? Yep, $1. Thank you, Rachel Dye. And like I said, there's 80 colors. If anyone wants to like come take pictures and put them on my website for me, that would really help everybody. Seriously, that's what it's taken me so long. And I have 250 sparkles now in stock, also in bags for $1. Some of them have not even been bagged yet because I'm still working on that at home. But there's not enough hours in the day. So I've had my daughter helping bag foils so we can get them done and ready. But it's definitely one of those things. I need to have a sparkle party and just invite anyone who wants to come, and I'll feed everyone lunch, and we can just bag sparkles all day and play with glitter. How about that? Anyone want to volunteer to come play with sparkles all day? You don't have to be a nail tech. I just need help. I just need hands. Yeah, you need this foil. This foil is fantastic. I've used, over the years, I've gotten this a couple of different times, and there's been times where I couldn't find it, which made me cry because the color combination of this one is my favorite. It's the jewel tones. So I have a couple different rainbow ones. I have one that's kind of the Jamaican colors, where it's kind of yellow and orange and green, and kind of a Jamaican summer one, which is really fun too. But these colors, this kind of like fuchsia and purple, these are Jess colors. If you ever wanted to know what Jess's favorite colors are, these ones right there. Which is why I'm doing this video, because I finished my first hand and I'm like, oh my gosh, I love these so much. And I knew I was going to end up talking about them in the future, so I figure if I just did a video on how I did them, then I can direct people to it in the future. Even though it's a little bit stumbly, because it's me trying to deal with my own hands. When I'm finished with this, Teresa, I will walk over and show you my wall of foils so you can get a little bit excited since you're hanging out with me so late. And Rachel saw them in person. She was out here teaching, so she saw the wall of foils, but I will go show you guys the foils. They are fun. So again, this is taking me, probably 10 times longer doing it on myself with my opposite hand than it would be on a client. So thank you for hanging in there with me. But it's easy, and it's effective. I would assume, as I'm walking around the store today, because I gotta go get Easter dinner supplies, I'm gonna get some comments because these are so pretty. My Aurora Pink is almost out. I go through Aurora Pink and Aurora Silver, especially this time of the year, so much. I used Aurora Apricot. Oh, that's what I meant to say, apricot, not silver. I don't actually use silver quite as often right now as I do pink and apricot. Apricot I use all the time. I get a lot of people that will pick a color and then they're like, and then just put some sparkle on it. And I just grab apricot because this time of the year it just looks sunny, and that's what everyone is wanting, is something that looks like sunshine on their nails. If you haven't used apricot yet, I almost grabbed apricot to do with my nails, but I figured the pink would blend in better with the foil. Apricot is really fantastic. So I'm going to do this last one. I'm trying to get it over to the side as much as I can, trying not to get it on my cuticle. And then when I do the top gloss, I will, I'll sign off because no one wants to really watch me do top gloss. But what I'm going to be doing is one nail at a time and then freezing it, because I will add a little bit of extra top gloss as I do it. I'll show you one nail as I do it. But I will add a little bit extra for a couple reasons. One, I want to make sure that my foil is really good and encased, because I don't want any foil coming up over the next 5 weeks. And also, I want to make sure that there's no bumpiness, because the Auroras have a little bit of bumpiness, but we want that to be gone. So, all right, my friends, there it is. Those are my nails. I'm gonna go ahead and freeze this for a few seconds. Hi, Carol. I do love these colors too. They're so pretty. This combination looks really fun with. Let's see if I get a little bit better light. I have a little different light, but there we go. It's so pretty. I love it. So there, you can see the line of light is a little bit bumpy. I'll probably leave them like this, and then next weekend when I'm heading off to the Pasadena show, I'll give them a quick buff and regloss them, and then they'll be completely smooth. I mean, I can't feel any bumps at all. I just can see the line of light is not, I mean, it's pretty close, but it's not extremely straight. So I'll buff them and regloss them because they'll look a little bit like a mess after I work all week anyway. Oh, my nails, my fingers are super dry. Sorry. All right, so wall of foil, yes. Okay, I'm going to take you on a field trip real quick, and I will show you my wall of foil. All right, here we go. Going to the store. Here's the store. And this is the wall of sparkles. The two colors I used Sassy as a base, and then I used the Risky Pink, really thin, which is a UV LED, to get a sticky layer to put the foil on. So those two, and then my sparkle was Aurora Pink. Okay, so this is the wall of sparkles. These are just the beginning of them. They're not even in order, but as you can see, this one says 219. So there's over 250 colors. They're actually over here. So I have them in the full sizes as well, but full sizes I believe run like $7.50. So instead of buying a giant one of these really super nice sparkles, I went ahead and started bagging them so that you guys can get a bag for $1 and get, you know, a couple of clients out of one bag, and then decide if it's one that you use all the time, then you can get a full size. But that way you guys can get a whole ton of them at once. And then here Dun, 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 it's the wall of foils. So it goes and goes and goes and goes all the way to the bottom, and then there's some glue on the bottom. So that's one right there. They are numbered. There's another one there. Here's another kind of multicolor, another multicolor. They're numbered, so on the website they'll be numbered. So this one's actually number 10. Yeah, number 10. So that's the one that I used right here. So I'll get this online and it'll say number 10, and I'll put the picture of my nails next to it. So if you guys order and you want it, you got it. But I have to get pictures of everything. So that's why this hasn't happened yet. But it will. And then you guys can pick up any of these foils for $1. So. Alright guys, thanks for joining me. I also got some of these in. These are online now. So if you guys have been wanting some silicone tools, I was able to get those in as well. So that's pretty fun. Anything else to show you? I don't think right now, but there is some new products from Accents coming in. That's pretty exciting. Oh, I do have this I can show you real quick. Wow, I have you on here, the couple of you. I will be bringing everything to one, Kristen. My little corner of the store will be completely full. Alright, so I wanted to show you this. This is a bit cleaner. I just got these in. If you use carbide bits, there's like a nylon side and there's a metal side. So if you use carbide bits, you can just put this in here. It has a little door that opens. It's in the plastic, so I'm going to keep it in plastic. But this little door opens and you can just run your bit over that and it's going to clean them out. So if you use carbide bits, this is a super cool little bit cleaner that I just got. So it's available in the new section on Love Nails, so you guys can grab that as well. Alright guys, thanks for joining me tonight. I hope you guys have a fabulous Easter weekend, and we will catch up with you next week. I hope you guys like my nails as much as I do. Love them. Alright, thanks guys. We'll see you later. Good night.